How's it going, people? Banproof is back. Yes, I am. And today we're looking at another pair of rep sneakers. This time we've got a pair of Chicago Jordan 1, the lost and found version. So let's have a little look at them, check them out, see if they're any good, and have a little up closey look at them, yeah? Before we go any further though, just want to say that these were sent to me by ForKick.shop. Links and everything will be in the description. They sent them to me free of charge. I haven't taken any payment. I haven't got any affiliate or anything like that. I'm not making any money out of it apart from getting a free pair of shoes. And they were kind enough to give us a little code to use. So if you use code Banproof at checkout, you'll get $15 off any pair of shoes you choose. So before we get to the actual shoes themselves, let's take a little look at the packaging, because these come packaged just as the authentic pair does, with all the little added extras that you might expect. So they come in the normal Jordan 1 box, but it looks kind of all worn down around the edges and all that kind of stuff, like it's been lost and found, right? And even on the front of the box, they've got like the little old school price labels that you used to get on things back in the day, where everything was priced by hand with one of those little gun things with the little yellow labels, you know. And they're actually real stickers too, like it's actually not just printed on, like they're actually stickers added onto the box, which is a nice little touch. And then when you open the box, you're greeted with the cool newspaper Jordan articles and advertisement type stuff all over the paper inside there. And it just touches on the history of these shoes, which over the last almost 40 years we've grown to love and enjoyed the shape of, and wanted them to be as close to the old ones as possible most of the time, right? And then finally the shoe does come with a pair of white laces and a pair of black laces. I've got the blacks in mine, and they were both laced into the shoe, like a black and a white both in the shoe, just as the authentic ones come as well when you unbox them. But once you get through all the packaging, this is what you end up with in your hand, or on your foot maybe even. The lost and found Chicago Jordan 1, and it's a beauty, right? It really is. As ever with these sellers that are sending me shoes, the quality is top notch. It is right up there. At a glance, you really can't see any faults whatsoever. Materials feel good. They're really solid. You can squish the toe and it'll pop right back up, you know. And they've got the like pre-distressed look going on, and they've got it nailed down pretty well, in my opinion. Some of the things on this shoe that are really worth looking at are on all the white parts of the leather. It's a softer, more distressed leather. It kind of looks like it's cracking. I'm hoping that holds up over time. The fact that it's already kind of cracked, I hope that doesn't mean that it cracks even worse. The idea is that they look distressed, but you don't want them to actually fall apart, right? But yeah, it looks really nice. It's really soft. And then the red leather parts are a much more firm, solid leather, with the white being a bit softer in the middle, right? All of the white parts are a slightly off-white color, including the midsole and the white parts of the leather. So they're not as bright white as you might see on any other Jordans that use white in the colorway. These ones are like an off-white, and it looks really nice. The tongue is the classic Jordan 1 tongue, right? But again, that's slightly off-white as well. It's a bit discolored, and it just suits the shoe absolutely perfectly. The sole of the shoe has this like pre-distressed look on it. I don't know how they did it. Like, I don't know how they've made the sole look. I guess it's just paint, right? I guess it's like dry brushed with paint or something like that. I can only imagine is what it is. But it gives it this like pre-worn, pre-distressed look to it without actually distressing any of the shoe. The sole looks solid. It's firm enough but soft enough, if that makes sense. The molding is spot on the midsole and on the main actual sole itself. And all the paint application around it looks pretty accurate too. Like, I can't notice any obvious faults. And then probably the coolest part, which is probably the most obvious part on these shoes versus a normal pair of Chicago 1s, and that is all the distressing on the black part around the heel, which is sort of the most obvious sign that these are lost and founds and not a normal pair, right? On these reps, it looks good, it looks nice, and it feels a little bit weird, the texture, do you know what I mean? I've been rubbing away at it quite a bit, and it's not falling off or flaking off or getting worse. Like, although it's pre-worn, it seems quite durable, like it will stay looking how it does now. Time will obviously tell, but that is the key thing that kind of sets these apart from a normal pair. And if you've ever seen any pictures of really old OG Jordan 1s, that is exactly how they look after they've been sort of sat around or used for ages. That black material was just a type of material that would crack and sort of distress heavily over time. On the inside, we've got some good padding around the heel. The tongue is just padded enough, and the insole in the bottom is really nice actually. It's like almost a little bit fleecy feeling. It's soft and a little bit fluffy, you know. Feels really, really nice and really, really comfortable. So moving on to actually wearing the shoe, is it comfortable? Does it look okay on the, well, you'll find out now because you're seeing footage of me wearing it, obviously, but yes, it's comfortable. It fits like a Jordan 1, it feels like a Jordan 1. It's really comfortable on the inside, especially that insole. I wear a US size 10, these are a US size 10 and it fits just as you would expect it to, right? I like to wear my shoes a little bit on the tighter side. I don't like them slipping around and rubbing around. It makes it a little bit, especially on a high top, makes it a little bit more difficult to get your foot in. But once they're in, you know what I'm saying? I can walk around, I can have the laces kind of loose and they're not gonna fall off or anything like that. They're gonna stay on my foot pretty firmly. So yeah, wearing them around the house and all that kind of stuff, which is what I've been doing at the moment, they're really comfortable. Can't complain at all. Feel good, feel nice. So honestly, another really solid pair of reps. These companies that have been sending these out to me, like I say, they've been very consistent. They've all been very good quality and I really can't complain about them at all. I don't have a real pair to compare them to, so I can't tell you if they're perfectly accurate or not, or if the box is perfectly accurate. But as ever, I ain't trying to trick anybody. They're a nice pair of shoes. But that said, hopefully my close-up footage is good enough for you guys to be able to make a decision on what you think about them yourselves. But as ever, really impressed. Can't believe just how good quality they actually are. Thank you again to ForKick.shop for sending them over for me to check out. As I always say, it fascinates me just how good quality some of these fakes are. When I was a kid and you saw fake trainers or fake football shirts or something like that, they were bad. They were horrifically bad. And now it's absolutely amazing just how accurate they are, even down to the box and the packaging, right? If this video was fun or enjoyable or helpful in any way, please do hit that like button. I would really enjoy it. You can check out another one of my videos right now by clicking a roundabout up here somewhere. And apart from that, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular shoes or shirts or anything else that you'd like me to take a look at. I'll do my best to make it happen. But until next time, thank you all for watching. You're all awesome. Stay Banproof, and I'll see you soon, people. Peace.